Now come to the next question of journal entries. We will start from the simple journal entry. And thereafter gradually we will increase the difficult one, or you can say the more complex one. Okay, so we'll start with the simple journal entry. So you see the next question, I'm giving you the one question, you see it, note it down in your copies. Okay, note down the question, pause the button, note down the question, okay, in your copy. Thereafter you see the solutions and try to understand. Okay, so the question is, from the following transactions in the journal of Messrs. Tripathi Brothers, enter the following transaction in the journal of Tripathi Brothers. I have already drawn a format of a journal. So in the books of, here I have written in the books of. So I will write the name of the business. So name of the business is given Messrs. Tripathi Brothers. This is the name of the business. So we have to write the name of the business first in the books of. In which book we are going to do the entry? In whose book? In whose book we are going to do this entry? So write the name of the proprietor or the enterprise or the company. Thereafter the journal entries. Heading will be the journal entries. Is it clear? Journal entries. And the format is very simple. Date. Here we write the date in chronological order, in sequence of date, in sequence. Particular, all the details we will write it, whose account will be debited and whose account will be credited and by what amount, and the short explanation which is called narration. And short explanation, that explanation should be clear, understandable and short. Then next format, in this format your ledger folio, LF, amount. There are two columns for the amount. One is for debit, another is for credit. When account will be debited, then debit amount we will write this side and credit amount we will write this side. Is it clear? Now the transaction start on transaction of 2019. The year is 2019. So first of all we write the year 2019. Thereafter you write the month, January. It is given January in the question, January, and the date is 6. This is the way to write the date. First write the year, thereafter month, thereafter date. Okay. The first transaction is sold goods for cash. So in this transaction two account is involved, cash account, sold goods for cash. So cash, and when we sold the goods we will open sales account. When goods will be sold we will open sales account, and when the goods we purchase, then we will open the purchase account. Goods means in which the business deal. What it mean by the in which the business deal? It means when the goods is purchased for the purpose of sell it again, then that is goods. If the goods is purchased not for sale but to use in business, then it's become a fixed assets, or it's another account. It may be expense. So purchase or sales account, purchase account or sales account will be used when the goods is purchased for sale, then purchase account, and when that goods is sold, then we will open the sales account. So here the goods is sold for cash, so two account will be open over here. Now come to the, whether it comes to real account, nominal account, what it is. Cash is what? Cash is assets. Cash is assets, and all assets comes under which account? Real account. And the rule of real account is what? Rule of real account, debit what comes in and credit what goes out. If assets comes in the business, then debit, and if assets goes out from the business, then credit. So here the assets comes in the business. When we have sold the goods for cash, cash comes in the business. Cash comes in the business. We are taking cash from the customers. We are taking cash from the customer. Business is receiving. So what comes in is debit. So here cash comes in the business. So cash account will be debited. Cash account will be debited. Second account is your sales account. Okay. Sales account comes under, it's an income. And all incomes and gains comes under which account? Nominal account. You know, all incomes and gains comes under, and expenses and losses comes under nominal account. And the rules of nominal account, all expenses and losses debit and all incomes and gains are credit. Sales is our income, it is our revenue, it's our income. So when it is our income, then it is credited. All incomes and gains will be credited. So cash account will be debited and sales account credit and cash account debit. So the entry will be cash account debit. So we'll write like this: cash account debit. And when we are going to write the credit, as I said earlier, previously I discussed about this matter, we will take a space over here, some space. So we will start the 2 from here. There must be one space over here. Okay, and credit start with the 2 to sales account. Sales account is credited to sales account. We will write the sales in the credit. How to write the sales in the credit? Start with the 2 and then you write the name of that account. So it's a credit. Narration is being goods sold. Being goods sold is enough. I have not written for cash or on credit. It means it's a cash sales. It means it's a cash sales. And thereafter I just block the area of particular area will be blocked. Only particular area, not the date, not LF amount. Only particular area will be covered. Okay, one straight line from this end of from this to this. And thereafter we'll write the amount. So cash goods sold for cash, the amount is how much? Amount is 36,000. So in the cash is debit, so in the debits column I will write 36 in the debit column. Yes, cash is debit column, and this is credit, so in the credit column I will write 36 just in front of sales account credit. So in the credit column cash account is debit, so in the debit column 36. Now entry is completed. I have recorded the entry of goods sold for cash. This entry is recorded in journal. Okay, now the next entry. After that, the next entry. Next entry is sold goods to Hari. Sold goods to Hari. So when I sold goods to Hari, the 2 account will be affected. Sold goods to Hari, it means thereafter nothing is written. Sold goods to Hari for cash or sold goods to Hari on credit. So only Hari, up to Hari it is written. It means it's a credit sales. It indicates it's a credit sales. So we'll write the name of the customer. Customer name is Hari. We'll write the name of the customer when the goods was sold on credit. ठीक है, when we have sold the goods on for cash, then customer's name, we are not going to write the name of the customer because the customer has already paid the amount. We write the name of the customer when customer didn't pay the amount or he has not paid the amount. So Hari comes under which account? Hari is the customer. Hari comes under personal account. You know, personal account. Under personal account, if I am asking you under personal account, there are the three types of accounts under the personal: artificial, natural, and representative. So Hari comes under which type of person? Natural person. So it comes under personal account. Okay, and you know the rules of personal account: debit the receiver and credit the giver. So when we sold the goods to Hari, when the business sold the goods to Hari, so Hari is receiving the goods or he is the giver of the goods? He is receiving. He is receiver. He is receiver of the goods. He is the receiver. And when he is the receiver, as per the rules of personal account, debit the receiver and credit the giver. So Hari's account will be debited. Hari's account will be debited. Why the Hari account is debited? Because Hari comes under personal account, and as per the rules of personal account, Hari is the receiver. Hari is receiving the goods. That's why his account will be debited. So the next entry will be January. Date is given January 8. Sold goods to Hari. So Hari account will be debited. Hari account will be debited, and sales account will be credited. To write the credit, we start with the 2. As the sales is credit, so start with the 2. Okay, sales comes under nominal account. It's an income, and all incomes and gains are credited. So sales account will be credited. Okay, what we write over here in the narration, in the explanations, being goods sold on credit. Okay, narration is clear. Being goods sold on credit, it is credit, that's why Hari account is debited over here. If it is goods sold for cash, then cash account will be debited. Now this area will be closed. So amount is 30,000. Goods sold to Hari, 30,000. So 30,000 debit in the Hari account, debit side, in the debit column, and at the sales is credit. So in the credit column, just in front of the sales, I will write 30,000. So this transaction is completed. Is it clear? We have recorded the two transactions. First one is sold goods for cash, and second one is sold goods on credit. Third transaction, received cash from Hari. Received cash from Hari. So cash account, two account will be involved. One cash, and cash is received from whom? Cash is received from Hari. So cash account is, cash is what? It's an assets. It comes under which account? Real account. And rules of real account is what? Rules of real account, what comes in is debit. So cash comes in the business or cash goes out from the business. You have received cash. Cash is received from Hari. When you receive the cash, cash comes in the business. So that's why cash account will be debited. Come to the Hari account. Hari comes under which account? Hari comes under personal account. And rule of personal account is what? Rules of personal account is debit the receiver and credit the giver. Hari is the receiver or the giver? Hari is giver. So when he is giver, his account will be credited. Cash, received cash from Hari. So Hari is the giver of that cash. And when the Hari is the giver, his account will be credited. Because rules of personal account, debit the receiver and credit the giver. So here we'll do the entry. You have to write the date first. Date is 14. Date is 14. Okay, date is 14. So write the date first. Cash account debit. So start with the cash account like this, debit. Hari is credited, so take a space over here. Space over here. Don't write anything in this space. Start from here, 2. When I write 2, it means I'm going to write credit. So Hari account is credit, so I will write the Hari. It is not necessary write the account over here. It is not necessary to write the account. In the personal account, it is not mandatory. You may not write this account. It is not necessary. Only you write the Hari. Here also you write the Hari. Hari. That's enough. Okay. So Hari. What we'll write in the narration, in our explanations, being cash received from Hari. Okay. Now see the amount. What's the amount? Cash received from Hari is 18,000. So 18,000 is on debit. Cash 18,000 and Hari is given 18,000. In the credit column, I will write Hari is credit. So in the credit column, I will write Hari just straight to Hari account. Cash is debit. So in the debit column, I will write 18, just straight to that. It should not be up and down, above and below. It should not be above than this line or should not be below than. If I write this 18,000 here, then it's wrong. It should be here. If I write 18,000 over here, this is also wrong. This is also wrong. So where we have to write? Just straight to the debit side. Just straight to the Hari account. And thereafter we will close this particular. So transaction is over. This transaction is completed. This is recorded in the books of account. Properly recorded in the books of account. Okay. Now for the next transactions, I'm just going to erase this figure from this area, this space. Just I'm going to erase it so that I will continue with the next transactions. Okay. I have the limited area to write, so that's why I'm erasing it. You write it in your copy from one page to another page. One page to another page. Okay, continue your writing. Now come to the next transactions. Come to the next transaction. Transactions dated 26. In 26, January 26, in January 26, transaction is received commission. Received commission. When the commission is received, you have received cash and second account will be there, commission account. Two account we will operate, cash account and commission. You may write commission received. Received account. Cash account and commission received account. Cash account, as already discussed, real account. Okay, it's an assets, and as per the real account, what comes in is debit. So the cash comes in. What comes in is debit. Cash comes in. That's why the cash will be debited. When we received commission, so cash, we are receiving commission. Cash comes in the business. Cash comes in the business. And commission received comes under which account? It's an income, and it comes under which account? Nominal account. And you know the rules of nominal account. all expenses and losses are debited and all incomes and gains are credited. So commission is received is your income and all incomes and gains are credited by us, all incomes and gains. So the entry will be on January 26, our entry will be cash account debit. This is for debit transactions, cash account debit. You know the way we are writing the cash account debit. From this corner we utilize the corner of this line, okay, not to take any margin. So cash account debit, but for credit we take the margin. So start with the credit, start with the 2. So commission received, over here we will write the commission received, commission received account, received account, okay, commission received account. Write it clearly, to commission received account, okay, commission received account. So how much the amount is? Amount is 750. So cash is debit, so in the debit column I will write 750, and commission received is credit, so in the credit column I will write 750. Narration will be being commission received, being commission received. It's very clear and very short, easily understandable, okay, narrations. Okay, commission received is our income, all incomes and gains are credited by us under the rules of which account? Under the rules of nominal account. Next transaction is paid salary to Gopal. We have paid the salary to Gopal. Who is the Gopal? Gopal is the employee. We never open the name of the employee. When we paid the salary to Mohan, Sohan or whatever it may be, we never open the name of that employee. When we pay the salary, we will open the salary account instead of person account. To whom we are paying the salary, we are not going to open the name of that person. We will open the salary account. So when we pay the salary to Gopal, paid salary to Gopal, the salary account and cash account, 2 account will be over here, 2 accounts, salary account and cash account. Salary comes and salary is an expense, it's an expenses, and it comes under which account? Nominal account. And under the nominal account, you know it, all expenses and losses are debited. All expenses and losses debit. Cash account, second is cash account. Cash account comes under real account. It's an assets, it's an assets. And you know the rules of real account. You know the rules? What comes in is debit if assets comes in, and what goes out is credit. If the cash goes out from the business, then credit. If cash comes in the business is debit. So when we pay the salary to Gopal, cash goes out from the business. Cash goes out as per the rules of real account. Cash goes out from the business. What goes out means cash goes out. When the cash goes out from the business, this will be credited. So the salary account will be debited and cash account will be credited. So the entry will be salary account debit, salary account debit to, again you take the space. Every time when you are going to write the credit, you take the space over here. Don't start the writing 2 from here. Don't start writing 2 from here. You start 2 from by taking a sufficient gap from here. 2, what is on credit? Cash is on credit. So we'll write cash account. Cash account. Narration will be being salary paid. We are not going to write the name of the employee to whom we are going to pay the salary. We never write the name of the employee. We never open the name of the employee. Instead of opening the name of the employee, we will use the word salary. If you pay the wages, then we use the word wages. Okay. The date is what? Date is when we paid the salary. The date is 27, June 27, June 27, and the amount of the salary is 1200. So write 1200 in debit in front of salary, and cash is on credit. So in the credits column, in the credit column, here I will write 1200. Then it is right. Suppose I have written 1200 over here, then it is wrong. If I have written 1200 here, then it is wrong. Where to write the credit amount? You have to know just straight of this account, 1200, not above, not below. So this transaction is over. The next transaction is received cash from Hari. Received cash from Hari. You have received the cash from Hari. Now it's your turn. Received cash from Hari. Which account will be open? Received cash from Hari. So cash account. And who has given the cash? Hari. Hari has given. The two account will be operated by us. Cash is the assets. It comes under real account, and rules of real account is what? What comes in is what? Debited. Yes. Hari comes under which account? Personal account. Personal account, and rules of personal account: debit the receiver and credit the giver. So when we received the cash from Hari, when the business received the cash from Hari, so Hari is the receiver or Hari is the giver? Hari received it or Hari is the giver? Receiver or giver? We have received cash from Hari. Business has received cash from Hari. So Hari is what? Hari is the receiver of the cash or the giver of the cash? He is the giver. And the rules of personal account: debit the receiver and credit the giver. Giver will be credited. So giver account will be credited over here. So write the date of this transaction. Transaction date is 28. Transaction date is 28. So write it. Thereafter you write the cash account debit. Cash account. Cash is on debit. Yes. Cash is on debit. So cash account debit. Hari is on credit. So Hari account will be credited. So start with the 2. Write Hari. You only write Hari. No need to write account. Okay. Being narration will be being cash received from Hari. That's it. And you close this particular area. Close the particular, only particular area. What is the amount? Amount is 12,000. Amount is 12,000. 12,000 is on debit. 12,000 is on credit. So is it clear? Now next transactions. Now next transaction. See the next one. Again I am erasing this space. Format will be the same. Within this format I am going to enter the next transactions. Okay, within this format I am not erasing the complete format, only erasing the information which is given inside it, so that the new transaction will be recorded by me here. So the next transaction is withdrew cash from office for personal use. Withdrew cash, it means you have withdrawn cash from business for personal use. When the proprietor withdraw the amount for personal use, we open the drawings account. Well, I will open the drawings account. Withdrew cash from office for personal use. So when the proprietor withdrew the cash from business for personal use, it is called drawings, and second account will be your cash account because you have withdrawn cash. Now drawings comes under personal account, you know it, personal account. So rules of personal account is what? Debit the receiver and credit the giver. So here the drawings, who has withdrawn the amount? Who has withdrawn? Proprietor has withdrawn. So when the proprietor has withdrawn, so he is the receiver. Proprietor is the receiver of cash. Proprietor is getting cash. So when he is the receiver, his account will be debited. Okay? And cash account is the real account. It's an assets, real account. And rules of real account is what comes in is debit and what goes out is from the business cash is goes out. From the business cash is goes out because cash is withdrawn by the proprietor from the business. So cash goes out from the business. So when the cash goes out from the business, this will be credited. So cash will be credited and drawing account will be debited. This account will be debited and this account, cash account, will be credited. So here on January, date is January 29. Its date is 29. So write the 29 over here. Drawings, account debit to, from here take the space over here. I am repeating again and again these things so that this will be forever in your memory, forever, long lasting in your memory, that we have to take the space while writing the credit. So take the space from here and cash is on credit, so to cash account. This is the way we write the credit, cash account. Narration will be being cash withdrawn for personal use, and this will be block. How much amount is withdrawn for personal use? It is 4,000. 4,000. So 4,000 in front of the drawing in the debit side I will write because drawing is on debit. Cash is on credit. So in the credit column I will write 4,000. Cash is on credit. Is it clear? Okay, the next transaction. See the next transaction. Next transaction is wages paid. Wages paid. Wages. So wages account will be open, and when the wages is paid, so cash account will be, we have the paid the amount by cash or by check. If it is paid by cash, then cash account. If it is paid by check, then bank account. No information is given here, and I am considering it is a cash account, payment through the cash account. Okay, here it is my considerations. So when the wages is paid, wages comes under which account? Personal, real or nominal? Wages is what? It's an expense or income? It's a expenses. And you know the all expenses comes under which account? Nominal account. Rules of nominal account. All expenses and losses debit. Cash is assets, comes under real account, and under the real account cash comes in the business or cash goes out from the business when we pay the wages to the employee. So cash goes out from the business when we are paying it. Obviously cash goes out from the business. Cash goes out from the business. We are paying to others, then cash goes out from the business. So the entry is wages will be debited and cash will be credited. Date is 30. January 30. So wages account will be debited and cash will be credited. So taking margin over here to cash account. Okay, this is the way we have to write. Wages will be debited, wages account debit. Here wages debit. Amount we will write in the debit side. The amount is 7,200. So 7,200. 7,200 in front of cash. Cash is credited. Cash is credited. So cash account will be shown in the credit column just in front of the cash. It should not be above, it should not be below this line. And narration will be very simple, being wages paid. That's it. Being wages paid within the bracket and just close down. So transaction is over. This transaction, wages, payment of wages transaction is recorded. Now next is bought machinery for cash. Means we have purchased, the bought means we have purchased. When we have purchased the machinery for cash, it means machinery is purchased not for sale. Machinery is purchased to use in business. Machinery is purchased to use in business for our own use. Maybe in the factory or in some other places in our business we are using that machinery. Then we will open the machinery account. But if we are purchasing the machinery for resale it, then we will open the purchase account. So here I am considering it, the machinery is not for resale, machinery is for use in the business, for use in the business. Then we will open which account? We will open the machinery account. We will open machinery account. Machinery account. And second account will be paid bought machinery for cash. So cash account. So machinery is the real account. It's an assets. Machinery is assets. It's a real account. Cash is also a real account. It's an assets. Now apply the rules of debit and credit. When we bought the machinery, so machinery comes in the business. Machinery comes in. So machinery account will be debited and here cash goes out. So cash will be credited. Machinery will be debited because machinery comes in. And cash account will be credited because cash goes out. So the entry will be, date is, you see the date, January 30. Write the date. And then you write machinery account debit. Machinery is on debit. Yes, machine is on debit and cash is on credit. So you write to cash account. Narration will be being machinery purchased. No need to write for cash or on credit, because when we have written the machinery purchased, it means it's a cash purchase. Otherwise we have to write the machine purchased on credit. So amount is what? It is 8,000. So write the amount 8,000. 8,000. So transaction is recorded over here. What we do thereafter, when we record the transaction in a page in our copy, so suppose the 4 transactions are recorded in your copy, you do what? Suppose the 4 transactions are recorded in your copy. Okay, 4 transactions. This is date, particular, LF and 2 column for the amount. Okay, 4 transactions you have recorded it. Suppose 4 transactions you have recorded. Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. Okay, and thereafter your page is over. There is no space in this page. Then what you do? Suppose in this one you have written 10,000 debit and 10,000 credit. Second one 20,000 debit, 20,000 credit. Third one, suppose 40,000 debit, 40,000 credit. Thereafter 20,000 debit, sorry, 30,000 debit, 30,000 credit. Then what you do? You do the total of this, both the column. You do the total of both the column, both debit and credit. You do the total. This side total and this side total will be same, because whatever we have written in the debit side, same we have written in the credit side, same amount. So this side total is 1 lakh. This side total is also 1 lakh in single line, in same line. Okay, and here you write balance. In particular you write balance carry forward, CF. CF means carry forward. Carry forward. Okay, from one page. Now in the next page, when you are going to use the next page thereafter for the next transactions, this balance carry forward will be at the top. This balance carry forward will be at the top. You write this balance at the top of the next page, next sheet. Here balance, this will be brought forward. Here we write carry forward, and when the same balance we are transferring to the next page, we will write the balance brought forward. This is brought forward. Okay? We will write the amount over here. And then we start with the next transaction 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay? You see it. Is it clear? All the things are clear? All the journals are clear? So when we do the total of one page here in the same line, in the next page this total will be brought forward. This total will be brought forward. This total will be brought forward. Brought forward. Okay, this total will be brought forward. Okay, so it is called in short B/F, and then you start the next other transactions 5, 6, 7, 8 and do the same thing again and again you do the total over here, then you write balance carry forward, balance carry forward, and in the next page again you start with this balance will be over here, balance brought forward and balance carry forward. This will go on continuously till the end of the financial year. Till the end of the financial year this process will go on. One page total which is called balance carry forward will be the balance brought forward at the next page of the first entry. We will record in the particular balance brought forward. First we will write the amount of the previous page total, and then we start the further transactions, and this process go on till the end of the financial year. Okay.